to know one of the best things you can give your children other than love, food, and shelter? How about an example of a healthy marriage? Back to help give parents and marriages some guidance in this morning's parenting guide is Amy Trout, a psychologist and mom herself. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I love this, an example of a healthy marriage. Why is that so important?
Well, you know, it's always good to have a good example because then your children can grow up and know sort of what to expect and what they want to like shoot for. But beyond that, it helps you get refueled, and so you can become the kind of mom or dad that you want to be to your kids if you're feeling you get that good emotional support in your primary relationship.
Yeah. Well, you have some great pointers that we're going to go ahead and go through. There's 7 of them this morning, so pay attention, maybe take some notes. I love this, though. So let's start. Number 1, enhance your love maps. What's a love map?
Okay, John Gottman is a leading marriage researcher, and he's one that coined the phrase love maps. Love maps are really detailed little outlines of what really makes your partner tick.
Okay.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. The details, you know, what their favorite pizza flavor is, or what their ideal dream vacation is, or simple things like, wow, they really hate wool in their sweaters. You know, very simple little things that you learn to know about someone. You really want to look for those things and kind of encode them instead of making it like, no big deal, he buys his own clothes anyways. Oh wow, this is something
and maybe
I can
cater
learn
towards some of those when you
they can certainly help as we make decisions, but it also just helps breed an intimacy in the relationship. If you then are shopping together and you pick up a sweater and go, what do you think of it? Oh wait, this has wool, you don't like wool. How do you know that about me? You know, it just shows that little extra.
That's more one for men. I think women tend to do that more than men. So men, if you're listening, enhance your love maps, your partner's love map. All right, number 2, nurture your fondness and admiration.
Yeah, those two qualities are really linked to satisfaction and long-lasting relationships. So fondness is just like liking each other. You know, I mean,
Which hopefully
sometimes
you do.
Well, hopefully, but you know, it can be very easy to have the stuff of life pile up, and you tend to forget those things that you really like. You can tolerate, you can work well together, you can be more like business partners in the end, but what you really want to do is like each other and find those things and look for those things and remember those things that you like about each other. And also admiration is sort of the sister component to that. Sometimes we forget to admire our spouses, and so to think about things, not the things that drive us nuts, but the things that we really are like, wow, he's great at that, she's awesome at that, and let them know we see those
again,
things.
I think when couples are together for a while, sometimes you forget those little
erode.
instances.
Yeah.
3, turn toward yourself or toward each other instead of away.
Right, so just giving each other time in the very mundane tasks of life, carving out 30 seconds, 10 seconds to respond versus blowing them off. If you're in the middle of an important task, say answering an email or something, and your partner comes up with some idea for you to look at something that may seem kind of trivial, instead of saying, I don't have time, giving it the attention, I mean, what's 10 seconds?
Yeah.
You know, if you know, okay, let me see that. I'm in the middle of this, but let me look at that. Oh, that's cool. Can we talk about it? In
all that is
an hour?
telling them that you're important to me.
Exactly.
Hey, you know, I may not have, you know, all the time in the world right now, but you are important to me. That acknowledgement, which I think is key. 4, let your partner influence you. Yeah,
like there's a lot of things that we can do on our own, but why not draw our partner in if it's an area that they may or may not, or that they may want to like have an influence or have some voice in. If you don't care which color dress you're going to buy, you like to, ask them, which one do you like? You know, that's a very simple example, but dinner choices, any kind of things that you could do on your own, but might as well ask them for their voice. It really can help nurture that glue.
Yeah,
that helps the marriage.
Well, again, I think it goes back to just making sure your partner knows that they're important
They matter,
to you. Yes.
Right.
5, solve your solvable problems.
Okay,
just
this
the solvable
one,
ones.
Yeah, okay, you got to figure out this takes 2 steps. 1, solve the solvables, like work on the things that are really easy to solve, but what you really have to do is identify what things are unsolvable and what things are solvable. Now, every marriage has those areas that are just intensely painful. They're the problems that keep us frustrated year after year. Those are the unsolvables. Now, we may solve them eventually, but those are the ones that go, okay, these are the painful ones, these are the raw ones, we're going to put these on the shelf for now. And then just go after the really easily solvable ones.
The quick ones, the quick fixes that may
Don't let the
some.
unsolvable overshadow.
6, overcome gridlock.
Okay, gridlock's when we're locked up, and obviously we can't move forward on an issue. Underneath gridlock is always some kind of an unfulfilled wish or dream. So identifying what your wish or dream is that keeps you in gridlock around that issue is the really first step in that part. In order to overcome gridlock, you have to know what's going on under the gridlock. So if you're feeling like your partner can't support you in a certain issue or in a certain event that's going on for you, understanding what's going on for that. Maybe your wish is related to something from your past. Maybe they really do want to support you. Maybe they really don't want to support you. And that's an important thing to understand why.
Yeah.
So overcoming gridlock takes looking at what's causing the gridlock.
All right. And then last but not least, create shared meaning. We only have about 30 seconds left here.
Yeah. You know, you're more than a child rearing duo or, you know, a career oriented duo. There's meaning that you're trying to create in your marriage. So what do we want to be about as a couple? What do we want to be about when we leave our thumbprint on this world? How do we want people to sort of remember or see us? That's an important step.
I love that. This segment's going to be online today. Maybe spouses can watch it together if they're not together this morning watching it. Your take home as we close. What's your take home?
You know, really work to get to know each other. I know it's hard, and there's going to be parts that we really don't like in each other, but there's a lot of parts that we probably like or would like, but we have to discover still.
And your kids will absolutely soak that up. The healthier your marriage, the healthier I think they'll be.
Oh, yeah.
Amy, again, love having you here. Always learn so much. We look forward to having you back. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll send it over to Steph.
Up next, we pack up the joy and leave the stress behind when it comes to relocating and packing up your lives.